Hello my linguini lasers, it's your boy Zeonic Blader, and today we will be comparing Darkus Dragonoid Ultra from Bakugan Battle Planet with its Season 2 counterpart from Armored Alliance. We will be comparing them in 4 categories: their cores, their base stats and effects, their evolutions, and their use in decks. I will say an abbreviation of the season they're a part of when talking about them. So Darkus Dragonoid Ultra from Bakugan Battle Planet will be Darkus Dragonoid Ultra BP, and Darkus Dragonoid Ultra from Armored Alliance will be Darkus Dragonoid Ultra AA. But enough talk, let's figure out which Darkus Dragonoid Ultra is the best. Category 1, the cores. Darkus Dragonoid Ultra BP comes with 2 Green Fist cores. 2 Green Fists is a death sentence these days. The most you want is 1 for gear reduction, and that's only for a Bakugan that's already really strong. Darkus Dragonoid Ultra BP has a bad core lineup. Darkus Dragonoid Ultra AA has a core lineup of Shield and Fire Fist, with Fire Fist being the best damage boosting core in the game, and the Shield core being a nice second core for gear reduction. Darkus Dragonoid Ultra AA has a good core lineup. It's no competition. Darkus Dragonoid Ultra BP's core lineup is bad, while Darkus Dragonoid Ultra's AA core lineup is good. So Category 1 goes to Darkus Dragonoid Ultra AA. Category 2, base stats and effects. Darkus Dragonoid Ultra BP has a stat line of 303, and when on a Green Fist gains an extra 300 B power and 2 damage. When on the plus 152 Green Fist, Darkus Dragonoid Ultra BP reaches an underwhelming 757 stat line, which isn't anything special. Darkus Dragonoid Ultra AA has a stat line of 503 with the effect of gaining 200 B power and 4 damage on a Fire Fist. The B power boost is a non-factor because it's the damage you use this guy for. On a plus 6 Fire Fist, Darkus Dragonoid Ultra reaches a stat line of 713, which is great for those highest damage wins plays. Yeah, with Darkus Dragonoid Ultra AA having similar B power and almost double the damage of its Battle Planet counterpart, it's a no-brainer that Category 2 goes to Darkus Dragonoid Ultra AA. Category 3, Evolutions. Darkus Dragonoid Ultra BP has a 2-cost Hyper Evolution with a stat line of 505 and the effect of gaining 400 B power and 3 damage on a Green Fist core. So on the plus 152 Green Fist, Hyper Darkus Dragonoid Ultra BP reaches 1050-10, so about the same power level as Darkus Hydra's Ultra BP from Wave 1. Yeah, this evolution is nothing special. Darkus Dragonoid Ultra AA also has a 2-cost Hyper Evolution with the stat line of 708. The weird thing is that it's a vanilla evolution, and it's really weird because the base stats increased, but without the effect, literally the only difference is 1 damage, which is silly. You're better off using that 2 damage to play Might of Syndius. Honestly, this evolution seems like a mean joke if anything, so even though Hyper Darkus Dragonoid Ultra BP is nothing special, the fact that Hyper Darkus Dragonoid Ultra AA is like a slap in the face makes me give Category 3 to Darkus Dragonoid Ultra BP. Category 4, Use in Decks. When Darkus Dragonoid Ultra was revealed, it was pretty exciting, as at the time, Green Fists were at their peak, and having a team member that could give you access to Pact of Darkness was great for Green Fist decks. However, by the time Darkus Dragonoid Ultra BP would actually get released, Green Fists were not really worth using anymore. And besides, if you for some reason want a Darkus Bakugan with a Green Fist, then Darkus Ramparian Ultra is the one for you. Darkus Dragonoid Ultra AA was released in a starter set, so that's already more use in the deck than Darkus Dragonoid Ultra BP. Beyond that, Darkus Dragonoid Ultra AA's damage rating reaching 13 in base is really good for those highest damage wins plays, though with other high damage Darkus Bakugan being released after, like Darkus Cycloid that reaches 14 damage along with a Shadow Strike, and Darkus Rairazu which reaches 15 damage and also has a Helix to spare, there isn't really much reason to use Darkus Dragonoid Ultra AA once you get those 2 other Bakugan. But regardless of Darkus Dragonoid Ultra AA being outclassed, it still has more worth in the deck than its Battle Planet counterpart, so Darkus Dragonoid Ultra AA wins Category 4. Darkus Dragonoid Ultra BP is cool, and that's about it. Unfortunately, its biggest downfall was being released too late to take advantage of the peak of Green Fist, and the time where people were still figuring out rolling, so having a team with all the same core lineup was worth it. By the time it was released, Green Fists were fizzled out, and people were more willing to sacrifice the safety net of having more of the same core in the team for higher stats, due to better rolling. Darkus Dragonoid Ultra AA had a more natural power creep, with more better Bakugan being released after it, so overall, Darkus Dragonoid Ultra AA is the better Bakugan. Do you agree or disagree with my choice? Let me know in the comments section below. Also hit the like button, or don't, I'm not the boss of you, but be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get updated whenever I upload. Until next time, see ya.